cuidaringui legítimo mediquillo. Toda clase de animales, fuerte, fuerte.
Hello, my name is James Michael McCoy and I'm a filmmaker from Texas. For the past 3 years I've been working on a documentary called More Joy, Less Pain. It's a film about a man named Peter Gorman, an adventurer and writer who's been traveling to Peru for the past 35 years. I follow Peter as he navigated the two worlds in which he lives, a life in Peru and a life in Texas with his family. Traveling with Peter to the Amazon jungle was a childhood dream come true. Meeting the indigenous people called the Montses was life-changing, and seeing the Medusa bicolor tree frog was an otherworldly experience. Making this documentary has changed my life, but the process has also been the hardest thing I've ever done. If I've learned anything in making this film, it's that it's important to have a team behind you and that I cannot make films by myself. I've spent every dime that I've made the past 3 years on this film without any grants or private investors, and as we wrap up post-production with costs continuing to rise, we need help in covering some of those costs. I shot most of this film by myself, a crew of one. I went to the Amazon armed with only a cell phone and a selfie stick, and I wasn't totally convinced that this was going to be a good idea until I started looking at the footage when I got back to Texas. Ultimately, I took 3 trips with Peter to Peru, filming in Iquitos in the jungle 3 times and taking 1 trip down to Cusco in the ancient city of Machu Picchu to do some interviews. In between those trips, I spent dozens and dozens of hours filming at Peter's home in Joshua, Texas. Altogether, I shot over 400 hours of footage, which was eventually cut down to an hour and 45-minute film. My editor, Jeff McGee, coming on board is what got this film made. Jeff and I worked on editing this film every Monday night for a year and a half before we got to our first rough cut. At the moment, we're in the final stages of post-production for sound design and color correction. We are just starting the process of entering film festivals, and we're asking for your help to get More Joy, Less Pain out to the world.
It really feels like when you're there, and especially when you're in ceremony, that it's the middle of the universe.
I'm asking you to take an investment in me and More Joy, Less Pain. I'm doing this GoFundMe campaign to help with finishing funds for the film. We are offering pre-order digital downloads of the film. There are also other incentives like naming the credits, copies of signed books, and other producer opportunities. Please check out the GoFundMe page and donate if you can. Your positive energy will be gladly accepted as well. Please help us help the world by spreading more joy, less pain. Thank you.
He seems to know more about this than anybody else. He's the only white person to have any information firsthand about it.
Limpiaringui medicina, tranquilo, poco, claro, claro.